Microphone is back on. Alright, so basically I just recorded this entire thing, but my mic was not functioning, so it sounded really bad. Extremely rare for me to do, but hopefully it doesn't sound as bad right now. Off-roading. This is just a quick update video. Yesterday I spent the entire day at the Hoonigans warehouse. Humongous shout out to them for inviting me. I was over there with Caleb Quambeck and we had an amazing day. The thing is, they release their videos on a schedule, so they basically put an embargo on me and Caleb's content, so you won't see it until like Monday, which means, you know, I usually film an entire day and then put it out the next day. So that means I don't really have a video for today, so you get in this. Very rare you see in a video the same day that I film it, which is gonna be like an hour from now. Yeah, that day was crazy. I never knew how much madness goes on in there. I'll put in a couple of like sneak peeks right here. You got that? But yeah, you're gonna wanna wait till this video drops. Hopefully by Monday, it's gonna be sick. Beyond that, I'm just gonna answer a couple questions that I see pop up all the time. I'm gonna try and go as in-depth as possible. And the first one, probably the biggest, why did I change my logo? A lot of people wondered this when it initially happened. I changed it to this and this, which is, you know, different than what it used to be. Basically, when I first started making hats, there was a guy who does a skateboard brand. He also uses the initials JHF, which ironically also stands for John Hicks Film. I put out a picture on Instagram of the hat when they first got made. Really proud, you know, I was happy. So I put it up. I got a ton of like feedback, tons of likes, people were digging it. But then this random dude saw it and he tagged the skateboarder who makes the hats that I was talking about. Next thing you know, it turns into this huge shitstorm. He sends me a DM that's like pretty threatening and is basically like, yo, I know you bit my logo. There's no two ways around it. You can't even pretend that you didn't. Like, change your logo ASAP. I already have my lawyers looking into this matter. There's nothing you can do. That's putting it pretty lightly. He was actually very threatening when he initially contacted me. And I was like, whoa. I barely heard of this guy. There's no way I actually, like, he really thinks I ripped this shit off. Like, how could he possibly, whatever. Long story short, we end up talking it out. I get through to him and I'm like, yo, I was not trying to rip you off, no bad blood. I'll change my logo, it's nothing. I'm just doing like merch, I'm a YouTuber. I'm not trying to have a brand, like I don't care about a logo. It's like, all right, cool, if you change your logo, no bad blood. Whatever, I change it, now it's what you see here. Fast forward about a month and a half, maybe 2 months later, one of my friends, Clean, who's like a musician, he invites me to this warehouse event somewhere in LA. It's like midnight, super late. I go and it's just packed, it's full of people. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Anyways, uh-oh, splash. Ah! Anyways, I get there, and guess who else is there? The guy who came at me all crazy about my logo. He comes straight up to me and he's like, yo, you're Hicks, right? And I'm like, yep. He's like, dude, sorry for coming at you crazy. Should have been more like understanding about the situation, whatever. Basically, he was apologetic about it. I was cool about it. I didn't really mind. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't care. I just wanted to like make some hats and sell them. I wasn't really worried about the logo. End of story, we squashed it right then and there. But that's why I had to change my logo. I never really went on record talking about this or why it happened, but there it is. I ended up running into him again later in life at Complex Con. So that was like a few months after I initially saw him, and you know, things were cool. It was just like, there was no problems between me and him. My booster board's about to die, I gotta get back home. Look at that, I'm on this thing for, I think my booster board battery is starting to die. Because I've only been riding it for like 2 miles and it's dying. I'm not even gonna make it to the end of the street. But yeah, hopefully that clears up a lot of questions that a lot of people had about my logo, why it had to change. Second question I see all the time, why don't you ride with OSS Squad anymore? I mean, I do. I've been over there a lot ever since the new store opened. I'm actually headed there in just a bit to go ride with Stevie and maybe Tyra. So, I mean, like, I don't understand why people think there's bad blood. Like, those are all my boys. It was just like, there's a point where we were all vlogging, so we all had to like go do our own things. You guys see that perspective of like, oh, they're not riding together, so they must not be friends anymore. No, we're all just busy doing our own things. Next big question I see all the time. What happened to your online store? How come there has not been anything on it in forever? These hats have been sold out for a long time. These hoodies, only 11 were ever made and then they were gone. Basically, I had this vendor in LA that was doing my clothing And then I guess, I don't know, maybe they got too busy or something, but they just stopped responding to me when I asked them to make more clothes. I was trying to order more hats and make more prints and order more shirts and just get more apparel for you guys, but they just haven't responded. So I'm in the process of trying to find a new vendor to do my clothing, like my hats and my hoodies and shirts. So if you guys have any recommendations, or if you personally can help me, please leave a comment below, or get in touch with me somehow, because I don't know, I've been putting it on the back burner because running an online store is already kind of a hassle when you're trying to make a daily vlog as well. But I really would like to get back into just making more of these hats. So if you can help me with that, chime in, because I could definitely use some advice or just any type of help, honestly. Two more huge things I'm trying to figure out is like where I'm gonna move. My lease is up in less than a month and I have zero planned as far as where I'm gonna go. I still don't know if I want to go to downtown LA or Melrose or just stay in West LA or whatever I'm gonna do. I have no idea. If you have better ideas for where I should move than where I want to go, which is Melrose or downtown LA, you should leave a comment below. Should I move to Long Beach? Should I move to, I don't know, the Valley, El Monte, wherever? I don't know. I'm like freaking out. There's so many things like happening right now that like moving it's going to be one of those things that I don't think about till the last second, and then next thing you know, my lease is going to be up and then I have to get out. So that's a thing. Oh, so many people have been asking me to do tutorials lately. I think that's kind of like boring. I don't really enjoy making tutorials because I just think they're so boring. I mean, for me personally, because I just like, I don't care about BMX tutorials. But if you guys really want to see some BMX tutorials, maybe I'll just do some like a double upload. So like I'll still have my vlog, but then I'll do like a tutorial. If you're into that, let me know, because that's kind of possible. Probably wouldn't even be that long of a video because I'm like the worst teacher ever. If you want to see really good tutorials, check out this guy Alfredo Mancuso. He does great BMX tutorials and he's very informative. He's just a good teacher. Me, I don't care about I don't have the patience to like explain something very in depth, or I'm just not good at it, I'd say. So yeah, I'm just rambling. I'm rambling. This is a ramble. Let's respond to some comments to make this something that's actually kind of, yeah. You guys see this zit? I woke up and there was a humongous pimple on my face. I haven't seen one of those since middle school. Yeah, I told you guys I would respond to your stories. There were so many good stories in yesterday's video. I was reading some of them and just were like, some of them were just ridiculous. I could tell some were made up, but some were just really good. I think this is my favorite one, or at least one of my favorites. There's a couple other really good ones, but I just remembered to screenshot this one. And also this one. I mean, it's dope anyone who's taken on a crazy challenge just for the sake of doing it. That's always an awesome thing in my opinion. All right. Yeah, I just rambled successfully for quite a while. Hopefully you didn't exit this video after the first 5 minutes, but if you did, that's fine. If you're still watching, even better. Shout out to you. Okay, and lastly, a quick update on my ankle. I don't know if you can see, it's still pretty swollen. It's not nearly as like bruised as it was before. I wrapped it up extremely tight with a bunch of bandages yesterday so I could ride at the Hoonigan warehouse because I was like, I cannot miss this opportunity. Ended up being a pretty stupid idea because today I'm in massive pain. I couldn't even sleep last night. I slept maybe an hour and it took a lot for me to get to sleep. I just iced until like 2 a.m. I was icing and icing and icing my ankle. Pure pain. Today I'm in a lot of pain. It was worth it. Would I do it again? Probably. I keep riding and that's prolonging the amount of time it's taking for my ankle to heal. I need to just chill, but I can't. I have no chill. But I mean, I don't know. It's definitely improving. Hey, how you doing? It's improving, so hopefully within I don't know, a week or two, I'm back to like regular riding. But I mean, still no telling. But yeah, the entire reason I even did this video is because I like filmed an epic video yesterday and I can't put it out yet, so just bear with me please. When it does come out, it's gonna be worth it. So yeah, have patience. Have a good day. I will be riding my bike with Stevie and filming a bunch of tricks with him and doing other fun stuff. Shout out to the Hicks fam, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.